In the Serengeti, survival is a battle fought on many fronts. Every moment is a high-stakes contest. Fierce rivals compete for territory, mates, and resources. Family bonds forge loyalty, sacrifice, and teamwork. Ingenious defense strategies are tested in an ever-changing landscape. And vast migrations push creatures to their limits in search of food, shelter, and water. In the art of the hunt, nature's titans engage in survival's ultimate contest. Predators must hone their skills, take calculated risks, and make split-second decisions to outsmart their prey. As the wonders of nature unfold across the Serengeti's timeless landscapes. On the sweeping plains of East Africa, predator and prey play out the timeless drama of the hunt. Even with stealth and skill, a predator's chase often fails. To succeed, predators must remain invisible to their prey until the perfect moment to strike. For the big cats, a hunt follows 3 distinct stages. There's the stalk, to get as close as possible without being seen. Then, the commitment, the explosive sprint toward the prey. And finally, the trip or catch. Hunting remains one of the most thrilling events in the wonders of nature, showcasing the raw struggle for survival that defines these plains. On the eastern edge of Africa lies Tanzania, home to one of the last great wildernesses. Here, the vast Serengeti takes center stage, a thriving ecosystem teeming with life. Every year, vast herds gather here, drawn by the promise of rain and fresh grazing. The hunters have been patiently waiting for this moment, and now they are spoiled for choice. Yet these herds are forever vigilant. Even a faint rustle from a lion can trigger a stampede of pounding hooves. Always on the move, the herds seek their own nourishment, fresh grasses. But with abundance comes risk. A cheetah probes their ranks, searching for weakness in the young, old, and the injured. As they roam, tensions remain high. Just the sight of a big cat can spark alarm. Hunting, however, is a numbers game. A lone lioness, powerful and patient though she may be, will still fail 4 times out of 5. And when the landscape shifts, even seasoned hunters face new challenges. With each passing year, unpredictable climate patterns reshape the Serengeti. Seasonal fires make a hunter's life even more challenging. Reduced to ash, the scorched earth offers no cover, neither for the hunter nor the hunted. Hunting is an art, one perfected through time, experience, and teamwork. But even the most skilled hunters must first learn through failure. On the fringes of the herd, a young cheetah coalition moves as one. They have speed and numbers, but they lack strategy. They squander their advantage, approaching from the same angle, telegraphing their attack. For cheetahs, raw speed is a fleeting weapon. A single burst of acceleration can win them a meal or cost them the hunt entirely if they overheat. Inexperienced and uncoordinated, each member practices hunting on his own. While they hone their hunting skills, their primary targets are the young and vulnerable. For a lone cheetah, patience is everything. Success hinges on getting as close as possible before launching an explosive sprint. One wrong move, one mistimed chase, and the moment is lost. Until they learn how to work together, hunger will be their greatest teacher. Meanwhile, across the salt plains, a lioness attempts a different strategy. She is built for power, not speed. Unlike the cheetahs, she cannot afford a long chase. For her, stalking is everything. But she's alone and against a herd of impala. Their sheer numbers and finely tuned senses make them too quick and too alert for a solitary predator. She needs a hunting partner. However, success in the wild isn't just about having numbers. It's how those numbers are used that makes the difference. Experienced predators don't just rely on brute force. They refine their techniques, learning when to strike and when to wait. Because sometimes the prey fights back. The Cape buffalo is one of Africa's most dangerous animals. With massive bulk, immense strength, and lethal horns, it rarely goes down without a struggle. More than a few lions have lost their lives to a buffalo's counterattack. Here, teamwork isn't just an advantage, it's a necessity. A group of young, inexperienced lions attempt to breach the herd's defenses. But without coordination, their efforts fall apart. The buffalo stand firm, a wall of muscle and determination. Outmatched and outmaneuvered, they abandon the hunt. Another hard lesson learned. For many hunters, a herd's safety in numbers can be an insurmountable challenge. But some predators have learned to counter it by bringing numbers of their own. Among the vast wildebeest herds, the spotted hyena thrives on collective strength, working in highly coordinated packs. Despite their reputation as mere scavengers, hyenas are highly efficient hunters. In truth, lions scavenge from hyena kills more often than the other way around. But while hyenas can overpower wildebeest with teamwork and persistence, even they know better than to challenge a Cape buffalo. That's a job best left to the experts. A large buffalo demands teamwork and experience. When one strays from the safety of the herd, aggression becomes its first line of defense. Its sharp, curved horns can kill a lion with ease. A lone lioness is skilled, but against such formidable prey, she can't do it alone. This time, she has backup. A well-placed spinal hold neutralizes those lethal horns. The male moves into position. His raw strength will be the key to bringing the buffalo down. The herds oust the reinforcements, hoping to circle back and drive off the hunters. But it's too late. The lion is already suffocating his kill. Once dead, those lethal horns pose no further threat. A kill of this size can feed a pride for days. Some lions have evolved to become masters of the hunt and specialize in larger prey, pushing their teamwork to its limits. Giraffes present an equally daunting challenge. An adult's primary defense is its powerful legs. A single well-aimed kick can kill a lion outright. Even an experienced pride thinks twice before taking on a towering giraffe. Why take the risk when easier targets are available? A young giraffe may not provide as much meat as a buffalo, but it's far less dangerous. As with most prey animals, their first instinct is to run. Unable to match their parents' stride, the young rely on a simple survival strategy. The mother leads her calf away from the threat. Once out of sight, the two split up and the calf hides. Sadly, camouflage isn't always enough. The mother, now too far away, can do nothing. Dragged into the shade, the bounty is shared by the lioness and her offspring. A stark reminder that in the wild, survival hinges on both strategy and circumstance. The delicate balance between the hunter and the hunted. Out on the shallow lakes, vast flocks of migrating flamingos gather, feeding in the mineral-rich hot springs. A pair of African golden wolves patrol the perimeter, scanning for an opportunity. Golden wolves are opportunistic and relentless hunters. But here, in open terrain, stealth is not on their side. With limited cover, they must adapt, relying on patience instead of power. Waiting for an unsuspecting passerby. In a nearby acacia forest, the migratory herds have settled. But danger is never far away. For a brief 3-week window, these wanderers pause just long enough to give birth to the next generation. Swelling the herds by up to 500,000 calves. A feast the hunters have eagerly anticipated. Despite their best efforts, newborns can't keep up with the herd, making this the easiest time for predators to strike. Lions and hyenas take what they can, but still, the wildebeest endure, surviving through sheer force of numbers. Thompson's gazelle fawns also arrive during this time, But one cheetah has its sights set elsewhere, on a full-grown male. Unlike lions and hyenas, cheetahs cannot defend their kills. To survive, they must hunt where larger predators do not. Built for the chase, the cheetah needs only a split-second advantage. At over 100 kilometers per hour, all it takes is one misstep, one fatal trip. The kill is swift and silent before others take notice. As dawn breaks, the first light signals a new day, and with it, the herd stir. Following fresh rains and the renewed grasses to the south, the wildebeest embark on their epic annual migration, a journey handed down through generations. For the predators, time is running out. With the prime hunting window closing, every opportunity must be seized. Distracted by infighting, these male wildebeest fail to notice a far bigger threat closing in. The lioness is alone, but her timing is perfect, using the water to her advantage. The herds are not the only ones preparing to move on. With vast flocks of migratory flamingos about to depart, avian predators like the marabou stork take to the skies. From high above, she scans the shallows for an easy meal. Her growing chicks still depend on their mother for food. Like all predators, she weighs the risks, seizing any easier opportunity. She targets a young flamingo, still learning to fly. An unfortunate but practical choice for a hungry hunter. The great migrating herds form a vast, shifting sea of bodies, where sheer numbers offer protection. But inevitably, one or two wander beyond that safety net. The Cheetah brothers have finally learned how to work together, attacking one by one until the prey tires and then converging. With so many cheetahs on the kill, The descending vultures won't try to muscle in, but rather gather and wait their turn. On the plains, water is the lifeline to all the animals. Both prey and predators congregate at watering holes, where survival and opportunity intersect. For predators, these pools become the perfect hunting ground. A confused calf, caught in the chaos and slowed by the water, pays the ultimate price. A small group of Grant's and Thompson's gazelles graze in the open. The fawn, still too young to outrun a cheetah, is a clear target. As the cheetah closes in, the terrified youngster tries to hide in the tall grass. But the cheetah has already seen it. There is no chase, no struggle. Yet each life lost sustains another, echoing nature's unforgiving balance. Some animals fall prey simply because they are too young to escape. For others, it is injury, not age, that seals their fate. A minor wound, one that might have healed, often never gets the chance. Injury can come from the most unexpected places, even within the herd. A territorial clash among Thompson's gazelles leaves one male limping. He retreats, a slight hitch in his step, subtle enough to escape most eyes, but not a predator's. For the wolf, the hunt is simple. Find the easiest target. An injured adult will put up a fight. But a defenseless youngster won't last the chase. A protective mother tries to intervene, but her fawn's fate is sealed. What began as a stalk on an injured adult quickly shifts to a smaller, more attainable meal. For an opportunistic predator, success isn't just about speed or strength. It's about knowing when to change tactics. Here, injuries rarely go unpunished. Whether by tooth or claw, weakness is met with a swift end. But sometimes, even predators pause, not out of mercy, but curiosity. A young lion approaches an unexpected sight. An injured vulture. But his interest quickly fades. Around this time of year, many mothers are dropping their calves. This newly born Thompson's gazelle is completely reliant on its mother, and unwanted attention from a nearby male is the last thing she needs. Suckling cements a vital bond between mother and calf, one that the male disregards in pursuit of his own agenda. For a calf left alone, survival depends on staying hidden. It leaves no scent behind. Yet golden wolves know that at this time of year, the grass hides many vulnerable calves. With the female wolf expecting cubs, securing a meal is more urgent than ever. The gazelle mother's nervous behavior is a clear giveaway. A fawn must be close. She tries to divert the wolf, but in doing so, she unknowingly leads it toward another hidden fawn. Cover blown. The second calf bolts. Its mother rushes in to shield her young. Her fawn might still escape if she can hold off the wolves long enough. She fights with everything she has. But she's outnumbered, outmatched. The wolves waste no time. The kill is neatly divided. Insurance against theft from bigger predators. In these grasslands, no meal goes unnoticed for long. Hyenas can smell a kill from kilometers away. Those in the neighborhood arrive in no time. Half a carcass is better than none, so one wolf stashes what remains. While the other does its best to hold off the hyena. Job done. On the Great Migration, newborn calves are abundant and vulnerable during the wildebeest mass birthing period. Predators barely need to make an effort to secure a meal. For defensive mothers, the choice is stark: fight a losing battle or flee and survive. But every now and then, when so much is driven by instinct, the lines blur. This wildebeest mother knows she is outmatched. Her calf is almost certainly doomed. But there is no suffocation, no killing bite. Instead, a strange torment unfolds for its helpless mother. The lioness, already full from a glut of prey, is compelled by instinct to hunt. Yet this time, the calf seems more of a plaything than a meal. Only a few hours old, the calf's instincts are hardwired, and it begins to imprint on the lioness. The desire for a mother's warmth, for care and nourishment, is all in place. But the calf does not yet understand the danger. Its fate lies in the hands of one of nature's most formidable hunters. Its luck has surely run its course. But suddenly, a distraction. Within the herd, a movement has caught the predator's eye. For a moment, the calf is bewildered. For its mother, the impossible is unfolding. Finding its feet, a primal instinct takes over. Run. A lost meal and a rare reunion. Losing a meal is far from the worst outcome. Sometimes a hunt can end in disaster. As the herds move on, some hunters are left behind. For them, survival comes at an even greater cost. A cheetah mother with hungry cubs to feed finds herself in a desperate situation. With fewer safe opportunities available, she must take greater risks. Amid the dwindling prospects, she spots two large Grant's gazelles locked in a territorial clash. Neither is young or injured, but in a landscape where prey has thinned, even the strong become targets for a mother driven by hunger. Watching their mother struggle, the cubs move in to help. But the hunt is not going as planned. The mother cheetah can't secure a throat hold. Despite being outnumbered, the gazelle's power and endurance start tipping the odds in its favor. One misjudged move places the cheetah mother between the horns. In a single, brutal instant, the hunter becomes the hunted. After a mighty battle, the gazelle emerges victorious. Gravely wounded, the mother cheetah can no longer hunt. And with the herds now gone, her young family faces a grim fate. In the vast splendor of the Serengeti, hunting is as intricate as it is intense. A constant dance of skill and adaptation. Predators sharpen their methods over time, shaped by lessons from their parents and tested against prey that has evolved to evade capture at every turn. Here, each step can mean the difference between life and death. A delicate balance that embodies nature's greatest wonder. Yet the story doesn't end here. Explore the powerful bonds that form within families. Uncover ingenious defense strategies and witness unrelenting competition for territory, resources, and the right to breed. As the wonders of nature continue to unfold across the Serengeti's timeless landscapes.